Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. Next up, the top 8 match of the regional that just happened out in Japan, the big CS there. This is top 8, very high stakes now. We're into those final rounds of the tournament, and we do see a purple Luffy, and we are seeing him play against Foxy. The Foxy did make it through the last round, spoiler alert. Really cool to see. I think it could have gone the other way if the Luffy player had played it just a little bit differently at the end of the game there. But it's always so hard when you're playing these games. It's much easier to see the players as an observer. But if we jump straight into it, we do see the hand of the purple Luffy. We've got a Mr. 2, got a nice 2k, got Zorojuro, Gum Gum Giant, and the Rush Luffy. Pretty good hand, nothing too crazy. Can ramp to, I'm not sure if this player is going first or second, but regardless, he'll be looking to play out the Zorojuro on his second turn. And here's the Foxy's hand. You see 3 2ks. Porsche and Itamizu. Pretty good hand for Foxy. Does have the Porsche, always nice to see Porsche early. And does have the Itamizu to start getting ramp. Pretty good hand here, I'd say. Pretty good hands all round. So it looks like we'll see a good game. Nice bit of counter as well in the Foxy's hand to slow down the purple Luffy's early aggression. Not sure how I'm expecting this matchup to go. Purple Luffy does tend to go really wide, which is a little rough for Foxy's leader effect. But the 7-cost Foxy could be pretty powerful. They do play quite a lot of sort of 6k characters, things like Queen Kid, Zorojuro, Sangoro, all those types of cards. Not sure exactly what's in this purple Luffy's list. I haven't seen his list, but will be interesting to see. Looks like purple Luffy's going to go first. Definitely his optimal curve. Don't think Foxy's too worried. He does draw a Mr. 2 for turn, and we see the Luffy player draw another Zorojuro. Going to see 5, and the Foxy will take. He doesn't care about lore. He's no chicken. The Luffy will ramp, and he adds a Usohachi to hand. Goes with the Zorojuro, keeping it nice and simple. And we'll see what he gets here. It looks like we're grabbing that Luffy Taro. Standard purple Luffy stuff. He's got the Luffy Taro into the Zorojuro for next turn again. So really good start for the purple Luffy here. See what Foxy wants to do. Looks like we will see the Porsche come out. Going to do the Don -1, grab a search. See what he grabs here. Probably looking for some of those 7-cost Foxies. We don't see anything other than Porsche or Chopper. Might just grab another Porsche. Chopper blocker is pretty good though. Luffy doesn't tend to play a lot of ways to deal with little blockers. They're not playing the, what's he called, poorly anymore. We obviously do have Usohachi, but having to use 3 Don to rest a Chopper feels kind of bad. We do see the Porsche play out the Itamizu, of course. We will see potentially 6 in from leader. Not sure what's going on here, but we do see 6 from leader. No leader effect, of course, and we do see Luffy give him the Fukuoka. Itamizu ramps a Don, and that's the pass, that's the turn. So Luffy going up to 6 Don. Will ramp again with his leader effect to play out the Zorojuro. We'll see a 5 and a 6 come out from leader and this Zorojuro. You see 6 first, and the Foxy player chooses to take. You see 5, and he gives him the Itamizu. Definitely don't need 2 of those. He is actually, I believe, locked. You have to, if you have other Itamizu, you cannot use his effect. And we do see the Luffy Taro into the Sangoro, so optimal curve for our Luffy friend here. Absolutely, really clean start, really nice start. See how the Foxy chooses to respond. He's going up to 6 Don. Looks like he's separating 4 off, maybe for the Mr. 2. Mr. 2, pretty good into purple Luffy. If he doesn't choose to rest it with something like an Usohachi, that is going to become a massive character on the clapback. Luffy, of course, very well known for playing out a lot of big characters. Even just this Luffy Taro that's on the board is 8k. A 4-cost 8k that ramps a Don seems pretty good to me. We'll see what the Foxy player goes for though. Not sure what other plays he has other than the Mr. 2. Maybe he's looking. There's a nice graphic of the Foxy. Can't quite play that yet. Just going to go with the Chopper. Rampadon has rested. And he's got 4 more. We can see the leader effect here, which is pretty cool. And freeze the Zorojuro and the leader, so at least reduce the purple Luffy's aggression a little bit. And we do, as expected, see the Mr. 2 come down, ramping a Don. We'll just see 6 come out from leader into, I presume, life. Freezes these. Very nice. Does have those 3 Foxy pirate characters on the board. Itamamizu effect. And that's the turn. Doesn't want to attack with the Porsche. Of course, because if you attack with Porsche, you then don't have 3 Foxy pirates on the board, because this Porsche is gone. We'll see what Luffy chooses to do here. He's on 8. A lot of his characters in his hand are 9 cost, both that Rush Luffy and that Big Mom. We will see 6 with Sangoro come out, and he's going to draw a card. Very nice, and he draws another Luffy Taro. So that's going to be a really good play for him there. Luffy Taro into Zoro Juro yet again. And the Foxy player did give him a Gina there, didn't want to take that life. Grab a drink. Delicious. We will see 8 with the Luffy Taro. Gonna take that, gets a kid off of that one. 5 cost kid. And see 7 come out for Luffy Taro, Don -1. We will see the Zoro Juro come out, very clean. See what he grabs off that, maybe looking for that Onami blocker. He's zooming through those cards. Thinking about the Sanji. Thinking about the Sanji 2K blocker. So this Sanji, very interesting to think about in a purple mirror. Don's flying all over the place. The proc conditions for Sanji are obviously that you have to be 2 or more Don behind. So interesting to see whether that Sanji will come up. Both these players doing a lot of Don minus. Foxy definitely more. He needs to do Don -3 for his leader effect. Board, very threatening. Don't see a 7 cost Foxy in the Foxy player's hand yet. He does have the Shiki blocker. I'm not sure. I think that is on block, you draw 1, trash 1. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I believe on block that's draw 1, trash 1 if you have a certain amount of Don on the board. We are going to see the Mr. 2 swing somewhere. That will be an 8k swing. Likely into one of these 2 characters, presumably the Sangoro. Yep, that was definitely 8 into Sangoro, and the Luffy player is going to give 2k, 1k for that. We do see Kid come out, 5 Don for Kid. Very nice, and we'll see 8 into Sangoro again. Don -3, freeze the Luffy and the Luffy. And then Kid effect will ramp 1 back. Yep, Kid ramped 1 back, very nice. And then can ramp 1 back with the Itamamizu. Looks like there was a bit of confusion whether there was 3 Foxy Pirates. Not sure why, they're the same 3 that were there last turn. I'm not sure why he needed the clarification on that one, but here we are. Very high stakes environments, always tense ones in these top cut games. We'll see what he chooses to do with this 8. I imagine he'll just let the Sangoro go. It does look like he's eyeing up. Does he have 3k counter? I don't think he... I see the 2k on the Sanji. I'm not sure what this card is on the far left. He might not have even had the counter, it might just be bluffing. Which is interesting. He did obviously leave this 1 Don up to bluff Gum Gum Giant. We only see the Itamamizu ramp. He's thinking about doing 6 with Porsche. And looks like we're going to see 6 with Porsche into Zoro Juro. And we get the Sanji blocker out of hand. Very nice. So Luffy does have 3 swings this turn. Likely one of them is going to go into this Mr. 2. I imagine one of them is going to go into this Porsche. Can't imagine he'll want the Porsche on the board. Make this Foxy player continue to play more Foxy Pirates. Does have 9. Could go with the Rush Luffy. Rush Luffy seems like a decent play here. Do see 6 into the Mr. 2. I imagine we let that go. They are highlighting the Big Mum. We could see a Big Mum come out. That would be able to get rid of one of the characters on the Foxy's board. And looks like he is going to let the Mr. 2 go, down to the Zoro Juro. And then we're going to see 9, either for Big Mum or Rush Luffy. We're going to see the Big Mum, very nice. Don -1. He's going to trash the Rush Luffy from hand. Put the Kid at the bottom of life. Heal back up to 4, very nice. And he's got 2 more swings now. And almost certainly clear this Porsche. I imagine he counters this one and then lets it die to the Luffy Taro. But he could counter, could save it from both. That is an option. Can also block with Chopper if he values the Porsche more than the Chopper. Big Mum, big swing there. Going back up to 4, getting rid of that Kid. We see the 8. The 8 was into life. Very interesting. We did counter the 6. And then he's going to ramp with the leader effect to leave one up. He does have the Gum Gum Giant now. What's this 1-cost event? Got another 1-cost event. Oh, it's 2 Gum Gum Giants. He has double Gum Gum Giants. Very nice. So these attacks, not going to get very far with that amount of Gum Gum Giants. That card is a new card from OP09. If you're not familiar, Gum Gum Giant is a mainstay in the format. You're going to see it a lot. And it is 1 Don. You do Don -2 and trash 1 card from your hand. You buff something by 4,000 power. And then if your leader is Straw Hat Crew, you draw 2 cards. Very good card. Very powerful card. We did see the Porsche swing life. And the Luffy player chose to take that. We are going to see the Foxy swing into life. And Don -3, of course, to freeze these 2. We'll also see the 7-cost Foxy hit the board, which is very nice. We'll see the Itamizu ramp back up. We'll see the Foxy ramp back up to 8, very nice. And the Chopper can ramp back up again for fun. And looks like the 5 was countered with that Law Blocker. Very nice there. Luffy back at 10. Lots of swings though. All these are, of course, minus by 1. That's that Foxy's main effect is on your opponent's turn. All of their characters are minus 1,000. Very similar to the 10-cost Red Shanks that we saw out of OP09. Going to see 5 at life, counter with Pickles, 5 at life again. I imagine he counters this with the Shiki blocker. Thinking Shiki here could... I think he'll need the Sanji. He's thinking maybe the Usahachi. Interesting. There's the restand event we spoke about in the last match. That is similar to I'm Invincible, except it can restand his character, Foxy, as well, which is pretty cool. You see 8 from Luffy Taro. Going to come in. Looks like he's going to have to take that. Did give the Gina on the last swing. Gets an Itamizu off of that. 9, he blocks with the Chopper. Going to see 9 ditching one of these Zorojuros for the 9-cost Luffy. On play, he's going to return 1 Don, draw a card, and then he's going to be able to swing in for 10. See where this goes. Regardless, it's eating a Chopper. Doesn't want to go down to 0 or let that Porsche go, whichever the effect was. And it was actually a 9k swing. I forgot about the Foxy effect. Very easy to forget about him, but a very powerful card, to be sure. Foxy in a tough spot here. No blockers. Luffy also has no blockers, but he does have 1 Don available for that Gum Gum Giant event, which is in his hand and is terrifying. That card is not to be messed with. Looks like we're going to see the Shiki. I guess this is on play, you draw 1, trash 1. The more you know. So he ditched an Itamizu for that. Looks like he grabbed a 5-cost Kid with that draw there, which is not too bad. Drew a 7-cost Sanji for turn. And he's got, how many Dons he got left? He's got 8 Dons left. Can play 5 for Kid. Can freeze, obviously, the big Luffy and the leader Luffy. Gonna need to swing into characters, but I'm not sure it's going to go terribly well for him. We do see 6 with Porsche into something. We do see the Franosuke there, so potentially that was into life. You see the Kid come on the board. 2 Don left, potentially we'll see 7 with leader and then 8 with Foxy. Not much else in his hand to do with that. Yep, we do see 7 into, not sure, something. And he's going to freeze the Luffy and the Luffy. Presumably this 7 is into the Zorojuro. He does need to remove some of these characters, otherwise it's not going to go well on the clapback. Not with only 4k counter in hand. Looks like the Zorojuro is going to go down. Pretty nice there. And then we are going to see the Foxy character swing into something. See the 1 Don come out for the Gum Gum Giant, trashing Sangoro. Don -2. Draw 2 cards and buff. Very nice there. On that swing, and we do go back into the Luffy player's turn. So he has 9 Don. 3 swings. Foxy does have 2 blockers again, so we're not home and dry yet. We do have a Kid. Is that a Sanji blocker, a Gum Gum Giant, and something else in hand? Could see the Kid come out. Might see him swing into the Foxy, potentially. But looks like this 8 is going to go at life, first of all. Might see him take this one, but does always have to beware of things like Usohachi. Just going to go the Shiki blocker. Makes a lot of sense to me. Playing around that Usohachi effect. Do see another. This is 7 because of the Foxy effect. I did remember this time. 7 at life. He counters with 2 and 1. Very nice. See what we see come out here. 2 more swings. Might choose to go for board now. Try and remove this Foxy. This Foxy is pretty strong. Just depends what the card in his hand is. I'm not sure what that middle card is. That's a it's a Law Searcher, of course. Do see that come out, and he's going to grab a Sanji. Very nice. So that Sanji can rest the kid, and that's pretty powerful. Sanji, Dom -1, rest the kid, grant rush, and we will see the 7. I'm not sure what the discussion was about there. You see the Sanji hit come out, and then we do see 11, and that's a guaranteed KO. So the winner was the purple Luffy in that one. Foxy able to overcome the Lucci, but the board spam going wide and rush of the purple Luffy was too much to defeat, as it turns out. I think both these players played pretty well in that game. I think they missed anything at all. Really good play here. Excited to get into the next one, see if we see more of this purple Luffy. But well played to both these players. Congratulations to the purple Luffy on their win. And I'll be back at you soon with the top 4. If you do want to see that, make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell. We'll have that up before you know it. And also, please make sure you check out the official VOD of this tournament, which will be linked in the description of all these videos for the official VOD. And you can listen to the Japanese commentary. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.